Hey man, what's going on?
Greetings.
Greetings. How are you?
Well, I'm okay. I'm well. I am busy. I am working. I am alive and well. I am yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, man. I'm good. So we've got a topic that we came up with for today that I think a lot of people really want to know more about. They want some clarity around, anyways, because advertising is a pretty amazing thing. And when the advertising world goes crazy on this thing called supplements, people start to believe that they need all kinds of different supplements in order to live a healthy, fit, lean, right? Like you need it. There's a pill for everything, right?
Yeah. Um, and if fitness and health could come in a pill, I would take it.
Yeah, so would
but
I, quite honestly. Yeah.
yeah,
If it
I
was
would.
that
I would.
easy,
Yeah.
if it was that easy, I would take it for sure. I think I'd still have to work out though, because I do kind of like I like just doing hard stuff.
Um, that's part of my problem, if it could be considered a problem. I just like grinding.
Yeah. So I would probably take the pill and I'd probably work out.
I would probably take the pill and I would definitely still work out just because I like it.
Yeah, for sure. And that
Yeah.
is if the pill was like completely safe and 100% no side effects except for good side effects.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. So like if my hair wasn't gray, if I didn't have like bald spots and a gray beard.
Welcome to my world, the
yeah,
world of being human.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about supplements because I think a lot of people, and I get asked these questions all the time, and it's been like for years, right? People have been asking me about like what supplements do you take or what supplements do you think I should take? And I think right out of the gate, we should probably say that I know I don't take any supplements, and I'll put a little asterisk next to that because occasionally I will, but for the most part, I take none. What about you?
I do not take any. I have in the past used protein powder, but I don't use that for muscle or anything. It's more of a it's not a meal replacement as much as a fill-in for between my meals while I work, because my work sometimes causes I forget to eat, and sometimes a shake will fill a gap for an hour, and then I can continue doing whatever task I'm doing for that hour, and then I will stop. It's like, okay, I need to go and eat, so I
Yeah,
will go and eat, but I don't take any supplements, nothing.
nothing. And how long have you? And let's be clear too. When I say supplements, for me, I'm actually including vitamins. Do you take
No,
vitamins?
no.
No, no vitamins.
I've taken vitamins in 15 years. It's like,
Yeah,
why? Just eat.
yeah. And how long has it been since you've had a protein shake? Are we talking years or months or days? Like
No, a lot of months.
a lot of
Well,
months.
maybe, let me see. It's probably been 3, 4 months, 4 or 5 months, maybe.
Gotcha.
It's something that I do, but I don't do it on a regular basis. It's not like when I do it, I don't do it for the protein of it. I do it more for, I can't think of the correct words, but it'd be like a meal replacement to
Yeah,
supplement a meal so that I can push a little harder. And then when I eat, I actually go and, I'll eat my couple of pieces of chicken and a couple of apples and whatever the heck else I got that I bring my lunch every day. I don't go out and buy food. I
yeah.
make my breakfast. I bring my lunch, and generally I pack enough to last me the day. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just don't pack enough.
So
And a protein
would that be
shake,
the reason that you have like a protein shake if you don't
yes,
bring your lunch or something like that, and it's something convenient that you have like in your truck or something? Is that kind of the deal?
no, no.
No.
I
Oh,
would If I would bring a protein shake, it would be more like I had breakfast at 8 o'clock. and it's now 2:15 and I haven't eaten.
So why not just eat food, I guess, is my question. I guess that's where
because yeah, I would eat food, but then my food would be gone. Say I had lunch at noon. So I ate breakfast at 8 o'clock. I had lunch at 11:30, and now it's 2:15, and I'm still working. And it's 2:15, and I have 3 hours to go, and I don't have any more food.
I got you. Yeah, so you'll supplement it in.
I've eaten my apple. I've eaten my pear. I've eaten my banana. I've even eaten my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which is my reserve emergency.
Nice.
And if I have a shake in my cooler, it's like and I will just empty it.
Gotcha.
I'll slam it.
Yeah.
And then I'll set it down, and I'll be able to work for another hour or 2 hours, and I'm good. And then I get home and I eat everything I can see.
Yeah. So it's more like just like a boost of energy. Like if you're hungry, you're working hard, maybe it's been a long day, you just put a little bit of extra calories in your face to keep you moving.
Yeah. It's basically, you hit it right. It's basically for the calories.
Gotcha.
I mean, they're not like real food calories, but it's basically for the calories.
Yeah. Some energy. And you're not taking it to like, because you believe that you're going to have bigger muscles or that you're going to be healthier or anything.
Are you kidding? Do I need to make this any bigger? Come on. Really?
Yeah, dude.
Come on. I mean, here you go. If given a choice, would you have a big, huge muscle, or would you have a muscle that's hard like a piece of iron that's not so big?
I would want a strong muscle. That's what I want.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but what I'm saying is the big, huge muscle that's, kind of strong because it's big, or the not so big muscle that's hard as steel and strong as iron.
Yeah. Give me that all day.
Give me that all day.
Give me that all day. Yeah. Because there's a lot of bodybuilders that are out there who have big muscles, and you can actually get big muscles by doing some strength training and taking some steroids, but you don't perform very well. The muscles are kind of like it's smoke and mirrors, like they're all for show.
Right.
Which is cool. Like if that's what you want, awesome for you. But I'm more interested, and I know you're more interested in performance, not just smoke and mirrors. Like,
right.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I'm going to have muscles at all, I want them to be the kind of muscles that can allow me to perform at my highest levels in any given situation. It's not like I'm going to go out and do obstacle course races or whatever. No, I'm going to lift 13 bags of 80 pounds worth of cement and carry them 30 yards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do stuff like that.
And do an occasional OCR race.
Of course.
Yeah. Like do everything. Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. So basically what you're saying is like, you don't need, because the world of protein shakes, right, is like the primary advertisement for protein shakes is like, this is how guys build muscle.
Yeah. And it's to me, it's false advertising, because building big muscles just takes hard work. That's all.
End of the day, right? This is hard work. Yeah. And like, I love that you're here and you're speaking on this, because you're the person, and I just got done telling you this before we hopped on the Zoom call, but like, dude, like you inspire me. You're 63 years old and you're like ripped, you're super fit, like you're super strong, you've got muscles, like you look at you and you're like, what? Like,
I tell my wife all the time, this is what 63 is supposed to look like.
Yeah, right. And you're doing it without, protein shakes, and I think a lot of guys kind of lean on those protein shakes just because, again, I think the advertising is so good. And
the protein shake at best is a fill-in for calories. That's all. Yeah. I don't use it. I don't see it. Years ago, I actually bought some weight gainer, and that stuff was like drinking mud, drinking chalk. And I actually gained by like 8 pounds in a month. And as soon as I stopped drinking that stuff, I lost 10.
Nice. Yeah.
So
I remember back in the day, like when I wanted to be a bodybuilder, this is like back in my mid to late 20s, and I did all the bodybuilding stuff, and I took literally like $1,000 of supplements a month. Like it was insane. Never steroids, but like HMB and creatine and this and this and this. Like there was so many things. I had like a bag full of supplements that I would take. And I did get bigger. Like I was almost like 190 pounds. And for the record, I'm like 160 on a heavy day right now. So that's not my normal weight. And for me to maintain that amount of size, not only did I have to take all those supplements, but I had to eat like a freaking horse. It was like a full-time job.
Yeah. Yeah. Eating and supplements, full-time work.
Yeah, it's like full-time work, man. I'm like, and I didn't even like it wasn't even that great because I was kind of puffy and bloated. Granted, I was drinking a lot back then too, but it was kind of a mess. But yeah, so basically what you're saying is like you don't need a protein shake. In fact, you don't even need supplements to build the body that you have at 63 years old.
No, I jokingly tell people all the time that this, and I personally don't think it's anything to talk about, but the body that I have, I work for this. I made this. This is not genetic. This doesn't come out of a supplement bottle or a protein shake or anything like that. This is a lot of years of working out, grinding, basically, like I like to say, I lived heavy shit on a regular basis.
Yeah, consistently over time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, and obviously if you're someone who needs some energy during the day, a protein shake might be something that you could utilize, but it would be even better if you just had real food, right?
Yeah, a lot of times when if I don't have a protein shake, which is more times than not, I keep an apple with peanut butter.
Nice.
I get an apple and I cut it up in the morning, put it in a container. And because I don't eat peanut oil, doesn't like me. So I eat almond butter. And I get apple and just pour some almond butter on top of it, put the lid on it, throw it in my lunchbox.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime, like I always say, anytime you can eat like real food, it's going to be way better than any supplement that you can get, right? There might be a time and a place just for the convenience of supplements, but for the most part, man, if you can just structure your day to have enough real food around, like that's going to give you way more bang for your buck in the long term than any sort of protein shake, right?
The benefit of real food is it's real food. The negative of bringing real food with you is most people want the quick, let me just run and go get something, fast food. It's easy. I don't have to pack a lunch. I don't have to think about what I want. I just jump in my car 10 minutes away and bam, I got Chick-fil-A, Burger King, McDonald's, whatever. And it's convenient and it's kind of sort of mindless because I actually do think of what it goes into my lunchbox every day. Yeah. I think it's like, okay, I'm going to grill me some chicken tenders. I'm going to take me a couple of apples, a banana. I'm going to take me a couple of pieces of bread. I eat bread. And let me see what else. I found
you're in a habit of like building these lunches now, right? And it's not really, how much time does it really take you to get ready for your next day, for your day?
Oh no, I depending on what I have for breakfast. My breakfast would consist of 2 boiled eggs and 3 chicken tenders and a cup of tea. That's breakfast for me. And I eat that on the way. I don't sit down and eat it. And I cook that in the morning. I can cook 3 chicken tenders and 2 boiled eggs in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And, there's breakfast. And lunch, generally, I'm meant for that I don't have to think much. Mostly it's what we had for dinner last night. Pork chop, zucchini, grilled zucchini, sweet potatoes. We like the different root vegetables, squashes and butternut, things like that. I will just get that, throw it in a container. I don't even need a microwave in the summer. I just set it on the roof of my truck when I get at work. And by lunchtime, I don't need it hot. I just don't need it cold. And I will eat my real food for lunch. And then after lunch, 2 or 3 hours later, I break out my apple with peanut butter. And there's my day.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, sometimes it's hard to wrap our head around that. Like nutrition, eating real food doesn't even really have to be that complicated. I understand that a lot of people just want convenience. So that's kind of I almost want to say, quote unquote, like excuse to use supplements like protein shakes, because it's simple. But man, when you get stuff dialed in, when you get a habit and a routine, like it doesn't take that much time to pack yourself a lunch or to be prepared and to have some real food available for you during the day. Can be pretty convenient.
It's a lot more convenient than people think, because if you go out for lunch, there's gas, there's driving there, there's waiting in line, then there's
Yeah.
gas back, and your half-hour lunch. By the time you go get it and come back, your half hour is over, and you had better have eaten your lunch en route.
Yeah. Good point, man. Yeah, you nailed it, man. Like it probably saves you time, right? Saves you
Yeah,
time and
saves you
energy
time
and
and money,
money.
gas. Yeah, yeah.
Totally. That makes so
And
much sense.
me, I'm all for optimization. I'm the guy that if I have to go back to my truck to get a tool, I'm going to look around me and see what I don't need, and I'm going to take it with me. Take
Nice.
something, bring something. And going to work, same thing. You go to work, okay, let me take my lunch so I don't have to go get it. And supplements, they don't work because you have to take it and then you got to eat anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't just live on supplements alone, at least not that I know of.
I don't think so. I don't know, but I don't think so.
I'm curious too, like if because another one, protein shakes, of course, is probably one of the most common ones, and it gets like it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, just protein shakes alone. But then obviously we've got the vitamins, right? The vitamins and minerals. And there's so many vitamins out there. And you don't take vitamins. Why don't you take vitamins?
Kind of, at least for me, if I took vitamins, I would want to see an effect. It's like, at least if you take a supplement, hopefully there will be some sign of it working or doing what it said it's going to do. The protein shake that I drink, I'm good for another hour and a half. So there is a cause and effect. A vitamin, I take a vitamin B for what? I take a vitamin D for what? I actually do have on occasion, I have a low blood count, and my hematologist tells me that I need more vitamin D. But he also says, for 2 weeks. If at all, I'll take it for 2 weeks. Then I stop and I'm fine. I can't see that my blood level is raised.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I can't feel it. I can't touch it. So vitamins, I'm not pouring salt on them as much as, to me, there's no real cause and effect.
Yeah. And for the record, you feel pretty good most of the time, right? It's not like you're low on energy. It's not like you're very healthy, of course, but you don't have any issues, right?
No, I have, other than, and I have to smile when I say this, other than old man issues, which for me are rare, but I don't have any. There's nothing wrong with me. I am, and it's funny for me to even say it. For someone my age, or probably just for anybody in America nowadays, I am what is considered, in one word, I am healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. Clearly. Yeah. Yeah. And I can testify to that because I know you pretty well. So man, the things that you're doing at 63, just the way you take care of yourself, the way that you look, your energy levels, like you're ready to rock all the time. Like it's super inspiring. It's amazing.
Well, I don't do this to inspire people, but if it does, I thank you. I do this. I read somewhere, I do what I do so that I can do what you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like I'm trying to go out and do what everybody else can't do. It's more like I do what I do so that when I have to do what you can't do, I can. And supplements and powders and proteins and BCAAs and vitamin D and zinc and all this other nonsense. It's like, really?
Yeah.
If a doctor told me that I actually need it for my health, yeah, I probably would. Other
Yeah,
than
yeah.
that, my wife takes zinc because she catches colds.
Mm.
I don't even catch colds. I'm good for one cold if I said one a year, that might be a lot. I don't even catch colds. I'm
Yeah.
immune.
I'm the same way. Yeah. My hypothesis around this whole thing is like, look, if most people who believe that they need supplements, they don't, let's just use vitamins. So not just supplements, but vitamins specifically. Most people who think that they need vitamins are the ones who eat very, very poorly. And they believe that if they take this vitamin, it's going to somehow make them healthier. But what we really need to fix is we need to fix the nutrition. We need to fix what's going on, what's going into your face on a daily basis. You're not lacking nutrition, you're not lacking vitamins as much as you're lacking just some really good food. And if you eat really good food, if you eat quality food, you no longer need any of those vitamins. Like it comes in the foods that you choose, right? You can be filled up just based on what you put into your mouth, like the real food that you put into your mouth. Meats, veggies, nuts, seeds, fruits, right? These big components, if you eat
Yeah,
those things, you don't have to worry about vitamin deficiencies. There are extenuating
yeah.
circumstances, but the only time where maybe, like you said, where you might need to dip into those things is if you have a legitimate issue. Like if you're eating really good food all the time and you've got something coming up, like your energy levels are really low and you go and they notice that your iron is low, then yeah, then maybe you need that, right? But 90% of the time, you fix your diet, you eat some real food, and all of that stuff becomes unnecessary, completely unnecessary.
Here's something that probably the majority of people don't know. Strawberries have like a ridiculous amount of vitamin C. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
You eat a
yeah,
handful of berries, you know,
yeah,
you know. I mean, yeah, strawberries aren't around all year round, but what I'm
yeah,
saying is there's one way to smash your vitamin, I need to take this pill, or Jolene's got this powder, vitamin C, you pour it and mix it in water and drink it. It's like, give me a handful of strawberries. I'm cool. Even if they're frozen,
yeah,
they're strawberries.
yeah,
It's like, come on.
yeah,
Sometimes you have to eat more real food to get the
yes,
same amount in two pills. But if you take two pills a day of this whatever supplement vitamin, and if you can supplement that by eating broccoli, eating asparagus, eating sweet potatoes, eating zucchini squash or zucchinis, which is better? I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. That doesn't take any thought. Give
right?
me a sweet potato over a pill
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me that. Yeah, right. It makes so
all
much
day
sense.
long.
And there's even like debate out there, even like scientific research around like it's when you eat real food, like if you eat the potato instead of just taking a vitamin E pill, your vitamin E that you get in your potato is going to be much more, I think the word is like bioavailable, right? Because there's other things in that potato that just make
Yes,
everything work better with your body.
yes,
It's just that there's
yes.
more synergy there. Like everything just works better when you get it from real food. It's way more effective than when you just like try to pull it out of the food, however they make those vitamins, right? But if you get it in real food, it's going to be way more powerful than if you get it in a supplement form.
And at the same time, you get to eat something. You get full.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah,
energy,
it's
legitimate energy.
energy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you can like
you know,
perform.
yeah. What's better than, you know, for the sake of conversation here, what's better than eating your supplements,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Eating real food.
eating real food?
Yeah,
Yeah,
eat real food.
I mean, you could chew a vitamin and still be hungry. You can eat a handful of strawberries and be satisfied for an hour. You know,
Yeah, so true.
yeah. It's one of those things that if you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
No, if you know better, you should do better. Because a lot of people know, they're just not lazy as much as they're convinced they're condemned by the ease of access to fill in the blank.
Yeah. And there's even like there's a mindset to it too, which is really interesting to me. But like again, like you want to believe that if you take that vitamin, you're good. You know, like I can go and drink a case of beer tonight, but if I take my vitamins tomorrow, I'm good. You know what I mean? That's a bit of an extreme, but we kind of lean on that. And the vitamin people, the supplement industry, want you to believe that.
Well, it's like they want you to, in my opinion, they want you to believe that their product will help you be and feel and perform better.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, only because if you listen to the whole commercial, along with healthy eating and exercise. They always put that way at the end underneath the little cute music.
Yeah. And we won't even get into pharmaceuticals because that's a whole nother mess. But yeah.
Oh boy.
There is and even, just to kind of nail this idea home that you don't need supplements. We've had the experience of working with some elite level athletes who they were Team USA weightlifting athletes, and they never drank protein shakes. They never took vitamins. Like, they ate real food and they got to the highest levels of their sport. So it's just kind of another piece of evidence. Granted, it's a bit anecdotal, but it's another piece of evidence that these things are completely unnecessary when you're willing to eat some real food.
But you nailed it. When you're willing.
Yeah.
You have to want it. You have to know what you want. Then you have to want it. Then you have to go and get it.
Yeah.
And me, I can only speak for me. I won't say I know what I want, because to a certain degree, I kind of already have it. So I know what I want to maintain. I know what I want to sustain. So I do what it takes to keep this and to not let it go. I just got my body scan. I'm 11% body fat. Last time I had my scan was, 4 or 5, I think it was October, November. I was 10% body fat. So holy smokes, I'm fat. No, I'm not. I'm about 6 pounds heavier now than I was then.
Yeah.
So
I know a lot of it's muscle.
I'll let you say that.
Yeah.
But
so here's another myth. Like, you can even build muscle without protein shakes, right? You can even build muscle after the age of 60.
Well, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be, PC and real generic and that kind of thing, but yeah, you can, because I'm pushing real hard for a 300-pound deadlift. I figure in the next couple of weeks. Right now I'm at 285.
Yeah.
So I can kind of say, in the big picture, 285. That's not a lot for some 40 somethings and probably some 30 somethings, but I'm $175 and I'm deadlifting 275, pushing, or 285, pushing 300, and all without supplements, all without protein shakes, all without, I drink lots of plain water.
You're not tracking your macros. You're not keeping track of how much protein,
good night.
carbs, fat.
I'm way not that smart.
I mean, man, anybody listening to this, like, you got to hear this. Like, you don't have to do all that stuff. Like, it's you can get caught in the weeds and you don't have to do all that. Just there's some basic fundamental frameworks that if you follow them consistently, you can get amazing results. It's crazy.
Well, the results come from, for me, the results come just from grinding, from being consistent, from doing this for a long time, from eating real food, and but I have to say this, I have to put a caveat in there for me. I'm a 63-year-old man that has lived this long. I don't deny myself anything, nothing.
But with that, we got to be careful with that too, because you make way more good decisions than bad decisions when it comes to nutrition. I know you don't.
There's There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
So when you say
there's
that,
no
it's not
doubt.
like you just eat whatever you want and drink beer whenever you want. Like that's not the case.
No,
But you don't
no,
limit
no.
yourself. If you want something, you
I
eat it.
bought,
But you don't. Yeah.
yeah, I bought a box of cookies the other day at the Whole Foods. All, let me see,
If it's from Whole
100%.
Foods, if it's from Whole Foods, it doesn't count, right? Like that's good, right?
Well, no, it's just that a lot of people think that Whole Foods is a health food store. It's not.
Yeah.
It's just a grocery store that gives you a few better options.
They're
Don't
organic
get it
and
twisted.
gluten free, so they're good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, these are plant-based chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. Yeah. Those
Yeah.
gotta be good for you.
Oh, well,
That's
it's
a
not that
health
they're
food.
good or bad. It's not that they're good or bad. It's just I haven't eaten a cookie in probably 2 months.
Yeah.
And I bought this box of cookies probably a week ago. Well, yeah, it's been about a week. And I'm probably a third of the way through it. Only, I don't eat them every day. And I only, like when I do eat them, I eat 3. But it's a plant-based cookie, which means absolutely nothing. It's a cookie.
Yeah.
But again, I haven't had a cookie I can't remember the last time I had a cookie.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I had a donut. I can't remember the last time I had a piece of pizza.
Yeah.
I do 1 char grill a month, and I sit in the parking lot. I don't even taste it. I hold it up to my face, and it disappears. Like
it's just gone. Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. But I do one a month. And the lady, I said, "Oh yeah, I don't do one of these a month." What? I said, "Yeah, I do one a month." How can you be so? I'm like, it's easy. I just don't come here.
Yeah.
The lady standing in line a week or so ago. I was at the Char Grill, and
Nice.
she's like, "How can you do that?"
So you don't need supplements, you don't need protein shakes, you don't need vitamins, you don't need to be perfect with your nutrition, and you can still be super healthy and super fit and super high performance even at 63. You're saying it's possible. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
No,
I'm not
no
saying
doubt.
it's easy.
Yeah.
Nowhere are we saying that this is easy, right? Like this takes work, it takes commitment, it takes dedication. You have to put in the work. There's no such thing as a magic pill, but it might be easier than what a lot of people might perceive.
For me, it's hard to go to these fast food places.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I agree.
It's like, holy smokes, do I really need to eat this crap? No, I'd rather wait and hungry and go home.
Yeah. Dude, I haven't been to a fast food restaurant. It's probably been 15 years. Honest to God. Not one.
You're not missing much.
Yeah.
You're not missing much.
Dude, I'm like, the food that we have in our fridge is way better than any of that shit. It's so much better. I would rather come home and make the food in my fridge than eat that crap. Yeah.
I keep snacks in my truck. I have nuts. I have 100% fruit bars, where it says ingredients: 1 apple, 1 mango. That's it.
Nice.
Nothing else. No sugar, no nothing. I keep nuts. I keep fruit bars. I used to keep a Kind bar, but I stopped doing that because Kind bars have lots of sugar.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
What are the fruit bars? What if you don't mind, tell people what are the fruit bars that you have? That's just the
hold on, I might have one. Let me see if I can find one. I think I have one. No. Sorry, I didn't mean to run away. No, I don't have one, but it's called That's It.
That's It.
It's either That's It or it's just that.
Okay.
And cool. It's a fruit bar. Get them at Whole Foods, and it's just that. It says in this bar is 1 mango and 10 cherries.
Nice.
Or 1 apple and 8 blueberries.
Yeah.
That's all the ingredients. There's nothing else in it.
Yeah.
And it's real fruit.
Yeah.
And I don't even eat those very much. I might buy 3 or 4 at a time, just throw them in my truck and leave them. Don't melt. They're packaged. And I always have nuts.
Yeah.
Because nuts, they don't melt. As long as the package isn't open, they don't get too old.
Yep.
You can't go wrong with nuts.
And I want to hit
So,
on one more thing that I get asked, or that I hear brought up a lot, especially for guys over the age of 40, is it's not necessarily a supplement, but it's just more and more, it's becoming more and more well known, and more people are kind of dipping their toes into this world, but it's testosterone replacement therapy.
holy smokes, really?
Yeah.
You
Do you
want to
know
beat
anything, or
Johnson?
do you know anybody that does that, or?
I don't know. I've seen some ads,
Yeah.
and they call it, oh, if you got low T, take this powder, and you could be like, what's his name? Frank, who's the baseball player?
Frank Thomas?
Frank Thomas.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
can be Frank Thomas. Yeah, are you kidding? Come on, really? You want
Yeah.
your testosterone to go up? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
There has to be.
Yeah.
If I personally don't believe that your testosterone levels go down, and if so, not enough to be measured, and they claim that your testosterone levels go down, so your energy goes down, you don't have the energy to work out and perform like you used to, 10 years ago or whatever. That's baloney.
Yeah.
I
And
am
you're living proof
that.
that it is baloney. Me as well. I'm
Yeah.
the same way. And I think a
Yeah,
lot of people that get caught up in that, again, they're looking for more of the magic pill instead of doing the actual work. Because if you have testosterone problems, so we're not saying that that's not a problem, because it is for a lot of guys, but there's a reason for that. There's a deeper reason for that. Are you doing some form of exercise, and are you lifting some weights? Like, are you lifting some heavy stuff? Are you eating the right foods? Are you sleeping good at night consistently? If you're not doing those things, those are the causes of your problems, not that your testosterone is low. That's like a symptom of something bigger.
Not that you're aging wrong.
Yeah.
It's more like the things that you're not doing.
Yeah.
You're not working out hard, like you said.
Yeah.
You need to lift something heavy consistently.
Yes.
Be it, something heavier than a fork.
Yeah.
Or a burger.
Yeah.
You
need to be strong. If you don't practice being strong, you're going to be weak, and you could potentially have some problems.
Yeah, you need to have good sleep consistently.
Yeah.
And I won't say on top of all that, it would benefit you lots to eat real food that you recognize, food that doesn't come from a package or a can. If you can't eat fresh, the next best thing is frozen. Don't eat anything out of a can, anything out of a box or a bottle, and you should be okay. Cook your own food.
Yeah.
Don't get that, what is it, Magic Chef or whatever, where your meal comes in a box and you just prepare it. That's processed.
There's so many of those. Yeah.
Yeah. It's easy to, I use the trifecta: salt, pepper, garlic on everything. Yeah. It's real simple. It doesn't take a lot of thought, and a little olive oil in a skillet, or some ghee in a skillet. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you can have a real meal. Yeah.
It doesn't need to be complicated. No, it really doesn't. People think nutrition needs to be complicated, and it doesn't. Keep it simple. And look, as a freaking man, it's your responsibility to cook yourself some freaking food. And if you got a family, cook your family some food. Right?
I know a lot of guys that really can't cook. And they either eat out of a can, or they rely on their wives, and the wives have taken up the mantle. Well, I have to cook every night.
Yeah.
And
look, to me, it's a bit of an excuse. Like, I can't cook. What? Come on.
Yeah.
I can't. You can't brown meat. You can't put a steak on the grill. Like really?
Really?
You got YouTube. You can figure it out. If you're a 40-year-old guy and you don't know how to cook, and you don't have to be a gourmet chef, because I'm not a gourmet chef, but you should have some fundamental skills to take care of yourself, right?
Well, I am a gourmet chef, and I have way beyond. I have mastery skills in the kitchen, actually. No, I don't.
I'm coming over then. I didn't know this about you.
No, ain't no master chef here. But I am very comfortable in the kitchen. Yeah. I have been sous chef to some real chefs, so I can handle knives. I know ingredients. I know spicing and chopping and sauteing, and the difference between sauteing and grilling and frying. I know all those things, and it helps me because I can get, we have a pound of organic ground beef in the fridge right now, and the options, I got 8 different options of things I can do with it, and none of it, I can have a meal prepared in 30 minutes.
Yeah. It's not that hard.
It's not that difficult, and everything on the plate would be real. You would know exactly what you're looking at. Nothing.
If you did that consistently, it could change your life. Literally change your life.
Yeah, and if you eat real food, the chances of needing supplements goes way down. The chances of wanting supplements should go down as well, because the benefits of real food far outweigh the benefits of a pill or a powder. Far.
And the testosterone thing, I'll be 47 this year, and like a month. And I'm a testicular cancer survivor, as you know. So back in my 30s, and it was always, and even the doctors back then said there might be a day where you might have to do testosterone therapy, because now I'm running around with one nut, right? So, and I just had.
We didn't need to know that. We really didn't need to know that. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, though.
It's to prove it. It's to just give a little bit more evidence to why you may not need testosterone therapy. And look, I'm a 47-year-old guy. I've done an amazing job, I think, of taking care of myself, right? So I value my health above and beyond anything, because I had that cancer scare back in the day. So I've done a really good job taking care of myself. And I always have my doctor test my testosterone, because I'm always interested just to see where it's at. And it was like 700 or something last time. And I said to the doctor, I'm like, how the fuck, like, where am I getting this crazy number? Because I'm kind of in my mind, I'm anticipating it dropping off, and dude, it's not dropping off. Like, it's crazy. So
what's the mean?
What's the meme?
Yeah. No, I mean, what's the average? If yours is at 700,
the normal. I think, like, I want to say, like, if it's under 300 or something like that, that's when you could possibly be a candidate for like where a doctor prescribes you testosterone therapy, where you're like putting the cream on your arm. So like normal is like, I can't remember the ranges, so you're gonna have to look it up to check it out, but it's like normal is like, I don't know, 350 to like 700, like something like that, or 800, something like that. So I was kind of on the high end, which surprised me. I'm like, my goodness. And it's not to brag, it just is. Like, take good care of yourself. It's amazing. Your body has all the things that it needs if you're, to be healthy, as long as you give it the things, as long as you're eating good, you're lifting weights, you're exercising, you're thinking good thoughts, you're sleeping good at night. Like, these are all the things that go into this health equation, which allows your body to age optimally.
Well, yeah, what he just said.
Yeah, like it's crazy, Just another piece of evidence where we get kind of caught up on some of these things, and instead of getting caught up on the quick fix pills, let's go back to the fundamentals. Let's go back to the big rocks, the basics, instead of just jumping in the weeds.
Yeah, it's easier to do it. It's harder to do it the easy way, and easier to do it theoretically the hard way. And the hard way is cook your own food, pack your lunch, don't take supplements, and drink lots of water, get lots of sleep.
Yeah, right? Like, there it is, right? I mean, isn't it? It's like that. It's so simple. It's simple, but it's not easy, right? Because you have to, especially if you don't have those things built into your life, you have to kind of make some changes, some habit changes. But once you make those habit changes, man, it can change your life. It will change your life.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm a picture of it, because I don't, I did the normal thing, burgers, fries, blah, blah, blah. And then I like to say, I grew up.
Yeah. No, I love that. Awesome. Well, any other thoughts around supplements, anything like that? Because I think we beat this up pretty well today.
Don't waste your money. Instead of spending that, $40 for a bottle of vitamin E or vitamin D, spend that $40 on a nice meal that you can throw down for your family.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, honey, I'm cooking dinner tonight. Is it supposed to be on fire? Yes, it is.
Charred today.
Yeah, tonight is going to be charred.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it's do what you know is right, not what you think is right.
Yeah. And I almost like I had this kind of this belief that we all kind of know deep down, we all know that like, if we eat good food, if we exercise, we're going to be fine. Like it's built into our brain. It's in our DNA. Like we kind of know that, but it's easy to be led astray and to think that we need all this other stuff. But deep down, I think we all sort of understand what we're saying makes sense. Like it's hard to dispute that good food, exercise, sleep, good thinking is not the answer for just about everything health related, right?
Well, overall, yeah, it's
Overall.
what you put in. It's what you put in, dictates what you get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's extenuating circumstances all the time, but generally speaking, for most folks, that's the recipe for success.
Yeah, and I don't know, but maybe these can show a level of success, baby.
Yeah, you rock.
Oh, there's more. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. Give me your laundry. I'll wash it on this board.
And for anybody who's not watching, we just saw Keith's biceps and his abs. So if there was any doubt, watch the video and you'll be able to see it.
That's doing what did you say? Heavy back squats and lots of sit-ups.
Yeah. You're doing lots of sit-ups, right?
Yeah, that's how you get those. It takes work.
Yeah, man. Well, we all know you're putting the work in. So awesome. All right. Well, on that note, I think we can wrap this thing up. And thanks again for hanging out and sharing your experiences and your stories, because I think it's going to be helpful for others. And you're frozen. All right. So on that note, I'm going to wrap this up then, even though you're frozen. So bye, everybody.